going on, man? We back in the car, man. Actually going to look at a couple cars right now. We in the lag right now. Going to look at a couple Chevys. I decided, man, I gotta add something else to the collection. So right now we're going to go do that, and then hopefully we're gonna be taking something else home. Might be a little bit different than the normal Chevys we bring to the house, but y'all, this is gonna be pretty epic. So y'all stay tuned. Right now, we in traffic right now. Actually on the north side of Oklahoma City, which is the area I don't like to frequent. I don't like to go to the north side very much because it's a long way from my house. But we up here because that's where all the car lots and stuff is up here. Not the super high priced car lots, but you know, the cash cars and stuff. So we're gonna come up here and see if we can cash out on something. We got two we're gonna look at today. Might just be one if we can make a good deal on one. So anyway, we finna pull up over here to this dealership. When we get here, we're gonna see what it's looking like. If it's looking like worth buying, we're gonna drive it and see how it goes from there. So we're gonna cut y'all back on when we get over here to this dealership. Move on, but you know, that's how it goes. The driveway's terrible. Park's black. Anyway, we made it. I'm finna go see, talk to the dude. Probably grab the keys to it. We're gonna test drive and see what it's doing. So, dog fur. Hopefully, we can come to a deal on one. So let me go see if I can grab these keys real quick.
Yeah, why?
It's because I was made on my knee like this with my hands.
So I'm staying behind because Elijah doesn't know that we are up here to look at this for him. Surprise! You thirsty? Come on.
Can I get it? How we make it?
What are you smiling for? Cause what? Ooh, that was a little raw. Listen to it. Oh. Sounds.
It's a super sport.
see.
Got some power.
It's a V8. That's what I told you about Camaro. It can't be a V6. It's gotta be a V8.
There's no one coming.
V6. He said. So this one is the first one we're looking at. It's actually got. It's got a rebuilt title because it was a front end collision, but I ain't worried about that. This thing is real. I don't know if a V8 is good for a 16-year-old or not.
It's red.
No, it's red. I don't know if a V8's a good idea for a 16-year-old or not. But, you know, you only live once, so. But this is the first option we're looking at. It's actually only got 70,000 miles on it. I'm trying to figure out. It's got a stability track light on. And, got a stability track light. Which that could be like a hub or, you know, a steering angle sensor, because the steering wheel's off a little bit in the front, so that could be an alignment deal. That could be a steering angle sensor being not calibrated because the steering wheel's kind of off. So it drives nice right now. It's not overheating, and it's a 6.0. So with having a 6.0 in it, I don't really worry too much about it having a lot of issues because it's a non-AFM 6.0. So.
Can we talk about how your back of your hair is 2 inches long?
I think this is a 6-speed, if I'm not mistaken. It's a 6-speed. I think these have a 6-speed. Yeah. This may be too much car for a 16-year-old. This thing is strong. It'd just be a 6.0. I like it though. Have to figure out kind of the odds and ends with it and if the price works or not. The steering wheel's crooked as hell, so that's an alignment. I don't know. I have to look at the tie rod ends, suspension components, all that other stuff. I don't want another project. That's the thing. I really don't want another project. I just want a good, clean, like, driver. If I gotta put a few things in it, like, you know what I mean, this may not be, I don't know. We just threw a check engine light, so we'll see what that is. Hopefully I make it back. If I don't, I'm gonna say, look here, sir, I didn't make it back. Or I'll just ask him, you know, to hook a scanner up to it and see what the check engine light is. But this is option number 1. I want a V8 SS Camaro. I don't want a V6 or a 4-cylinder or nothing like that. So anyway, we finna put this thing on the highway and go from there once and see how it drives on the highway. I'm gonna stand on it a little bit. Hopefully it don't break down and we have to call them to come get us. So yeah. Where'd you find?
Put it in your pocket.
I don't have pockets on my glitter.
Oh man. So right now we're dealing with cam sensor code. We got it back and it wouldn't start. So, you know, just the thing of looking at used cars. It's a clean car. I mean, it's got a catback exhaust on it. Got new tires. Yeah, they're cheap tires, but we'll see. We're gonna keep looking at this one. We gotta go look at a V6. I do not want a V6, but overall the car is pretty clean. It's got a rebuilt title due to front end damage, but it's pretty clean. So.
What's this, Maya?
It's not a bad car. I mean, it's got a few flaws. Somebody put brakes on it but didn't turn the rotor. It just shakes like a stripper whenever you hit the brakes. Yeah. SS or two? It's got to be two SS. This is why I say you go look at a car before you make an offer, because everything looks good in pictures. When you see it in person, it's normally not as good as it was. So we're gonna keep messing with it, looking at it.
I like
Probably go look at the black one and see what it's looking like. Cause I don't know. But I want a V8. I want to put long tubes. I want to stick a cam in it.
It's not for you.
Put a bump stick in it. All that.
Is it for you or no?
No.
Oh.
I'm just saying. Well, I mean, look.
Mom, can you put this in your back pocket?
It is a front end. Put a seatbelt on. Well, that turned out to be a bust. So right now, we're actually finna go over to another spot and look at a V6, because that V8 turned out to be a turd. When I got back, it had a check engine light on, which is it had a camshaft sensor code in it. And I like to play stupid when I go to car lots, man, because I don't want people to know what I do for a living, because you do that and then they start asking questions. So I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm stupid. I work at McDonald's when I go to car lots. But they kept setting a cam position code, and everybody knows on a 6.2 you never lose a cam sensor. That's the phaser, and the main way you can always tell it's the phaser is it won't restart when it's hot. That's how you can automatically tell about 99% of the time. When the car gets hot, it'll shut off and die, and once the car cools off, it'll restart. So the guy was like, oh, we'll put a cam sensor in, and I'm like, I highly doubt that'll fix it, but you know. So I just kind of left before they really went all over the place. And that's kind of why I don't like these little car lots, little mom and pop spots, because they don't really fix the cars. They just get it, put a set of brakes on it, which that one he did, but didn't turn the rotors because it was shimmying like crazy when he stopped. And they do stuff like that, and it really just ain't, I don't think it's good business. It was a great car. It only had 70,000 miles, and he said it was a rebuilt title from a front end collision, which I don't really care about that. But yeah, needless to say, that one's marked off the list. So now we're gonna go look at this V6. The V6 has about 98,000 miles on it. So maybe a V6 will work better for him, being his first car, learning how to drive in it, since he don't want an STS. So we'll see. Go over here and hopefully it all works out, because that V8 was pretty strong, I will say that. Him not knowing how to drive very well, and he put it into the wall or something like that, because high school kids, they all got to do something stupid with their first car. I know I did.
Oh.
What?
He was veering over. Sorry.
Yeah, all right. But anyway, let me focus on this road, and we're going to cut y'all back on. We get over here and look at this V6 and see if we're going to make a deal on it. So we'll cut y'all back on in a minute. Well, we went and looked at the black one. I forgot to pull the camera out and record, but it was a bust. It was worse than the first one we went and looked at. I mean, the mirror was missing, dents everywhere, bumper sticking out. Man, these people on these car lots, man, I'm realizing these cheaper cars, they are asking an arm and a leg for cars that should be worth way less. I don't know what people think it is, but we 4 years post-COVID, so you shouldn't be jacking everything up to the moon. But we did pass a silver RS on the way up here to this one, so we're gonna go back and look at this RS and see if we can make it happen, test drive it. It's a V6, so I mean I feel like the V8 was more for me than him anyway, because I wanted to play with it, you know, and put I wanted to put a cam in it in the V8, and you know, long tubes and all that other stuff, but that didn't work out. So right now we're going to look at this V6, and I think a V6 will work out better for him anyway, being in high school. So it'll be safer for him, where he ain't just mashing on it, because it's powerful. That white one, that SS, was way too powerful for a 16-year-old. So we're on our way to look at this this one and see if we can make a deal cash on it, because I'm not overpaying for a car, period. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna cut y'all back on when we get over here to this third and final spot, hopefully. We made it back. We in the V6 RS. I think it's like a 2RS or whatever they want to call it, because it's got the navigation, it's got nav, everything in it. I mean, it's got a sunroof, power seats, both seats power. I mean, it's a super clean car. Only thing it doesn't have is leather, but that'll be something for me and him to do. We could take it to one of these places and have them swap it out with leather.
We were looking on Amazon just now.
They even make kits for these, or we can just swap this all out with leather.
Yeah.
This one has 140,000 on it. It's a little bit cheaper. They still kind of pricey on it. They're asking $10,500 for it, but I'm not paying $10,500 for it, so we're gonna make it work. It's a clean car, decent car. Washer pump doesn't work. I mean, there's no check engine lights on, anything like that. I gotta relearn the tire positions because they're saying they're low, but they're not. I just put air in all of them, so that's good. AC works, radio works, good. Sunroof open and closes, all the power seats work. It's just one of those where I gotta decide, you know, it's a 3.6, so I know it's gonna need time and change eventually. I just gotta look at the Carfax and see maybe somebody did time and change on it, but it drives very well, I will say that. No shaking, no crazy stopping. I mean, it drives good, so it's up to him if this be the one he wants. Well, it's actually up to me and his mom, because we don't want to spend his money. He ain't got no job. So
I had a job and you made me quit.
Because you said you wanted to play football, so I had to quit. Can't play football and work a job at the same time.
Put your nails.
So I think we may have found a winner. We're just gonna go back and talk numbers and see if we can end up with a Camaro. We both agree the SS would have been fun, but it just had way too many problems for the money he was asking for that thing. It only had 70,000 miles on it, but it was a salvage title, 70,000. This one's got a clean title. And with it being a V6, it'd be a whole lot cheaper on my insurance, because I gotta get, in September, I gotta insure him and the car. So that's insuring a 16-year-old. I'm certain everybody out here got kids. They know how expensive insuring a teenager is. So that's what we'll have to look into, because I'm certain he's gonna be getting into fender benders and everything else like every other teenager.
Better not.
That's just part of it. So yeah, we're gonna go back, talk to these people, see if we can make a deal with this car and cash out on it and add this one to the collection, and then start letting him tinker with this one. And I'll keep tinkering with the STS now that it's mine fully, and I don't gotta share it with a 16-year-old. So we back. We definitely got to look into the suspension. I will say that I did hear some like little suspension noise, but that ain't a big deal. That'll be something for him to do, something he can learn on. We back now. We gonna actually pull in here.
Get your aux cord.
And then we're
I'm
gonna
try it.
All right, we'll go in here and we're gonna talk numbers and
Park right here.
see what they want to do with this. And yeah, so we'll cut y'all back on, let y'all know if we got a car or not.
Hello, sir.
So we did it, man. I guess I got the STS. He got him a little V6 Camaro. I prefer the V8, but God, man, you know what I'm saying? I think this worked. Y'all let me know, is the V6 better than the V8 for a 16-year-old? I think it's better for a 16-year-old.
I like the V8 better. I just like the way it fits. Yeah.
That's a man car right there.
It just came with it all.
Well, you know, eventually you'll be able to get you one. But right now, this gonna be his high school car, college car. This car, we're gonna keep it to get him through all the transition from teenage into, you know, being an adolescent young man. So, you know, next stop, we gotta get his brother situated with a car. first he got to get driver's ed, permit, driver's license. So that's like
Am I going that way or straight?
That's like 6 to 8 months out for us on that. But yeah, tomorrow we're gonna give y'all another video going over this car. I know I'm gonna show him tomorrow how to do his own oil change. Teach him how to do an oil change on his own, because if you're a man, you should never pay somebody to do your oil change, checking your tires, check your fluids, all that stuff. He gotta know how to do on his own. So yeah, we're good, man. Appreciate y'all for watching another video, another car on the channel, and we're gonna see y'all in the next video.